Hi, everybody. It's about 11:30 here as of Monday evening. It's meteorologist Matt Wintz. Been quiet for the last half hour because I had to drive home from work. So we are now set up at home here, keeping close tabs on these storms. There's nothing immediately right now that has a tornado warning with it or anything like that. These are the storms that we're watching move in from the west that did show some signs of rotation that we're going to keep a close eye on as we go throughout the rest of the evening and the overnight, but overall not seeing anything of concern. There have been little pockets of rotation, but remember, storms rotate all the time, so I'm not really too worried about those, but we are dealing with some rumbles and some downpours across the region right now. So what I want to load up here, it actually just crashed, but you know what? We'll get it up and running again. This is what happens when I get home and I've got like limited internet all of a sudden versus all the high-speed stuff we had when we worked from home. It was fantastic. So what we're going to do here, I'll share my screen with you here, and then we'll kind of take you through the radar and exactly what we're seeing. And we'll take you through exactly where those storms are right now. So I'll go full screen if I can here. Here's what we have. We do have those showers and thunderstorms that were off towards the west, which are now working through areas of northwest Indiana. These are not severe right now, but again, we haven't really seen a lot of severe storms. We've just seen rotating storms. And this one in particular that's over Hobart heading into Valparaiso right now, that was one that showed signs of rotation back towards the west. We've lost that. That's the good news. So just some heavier downpours right now. We've seen embedded lightning with this as well. That particular cell is heading off towards LaPorte eventually, and it's kind of spraying down towards the south. Stark County, you'll get into that as well. Storms extend back towards the west, though. You can see the activity we have across areas of northwestern and west central Lake County, just north of Maryville, heading up towards the Gary, Hammond area, seeing some heavier rain right now. No concern with that right now either in terms of rotation or anything like that. Down towards the south, down by Bourbonnais, we've seen some storms off towards the west. Some of these have shown signs of rotation, but you see the general trend is that we're seeing redevelopment of storms. The same boundary that we've been watching slowly sink south. We've seen a lot of redevelopment along it, and that's going to be the trend throughout the evening. I don't think we're done with the severe weather threat quite yet, although we are losing a lot of those dynamics. That's the good news. So the most important thing that we've been looking at throughout the evening as we've tracked these storms, it hasn't been the reflectivity. So the radar you see when you see all the bright colors like that, that shows you where the rain is. This is our wind radar. I know it looks really messy, but this is how we look for spin within those individual storms. And what we're looking for here in northwest Indiana would be little pockets where you see some darker reds mixed with perhaps some brighter pinks, right? That would be wind coming in different directions, or you'd have a little pocket of light wind and stronger wind next to it, which would indicate some rotation. I don't really see anything that's of concern right now within these. There is a little bit of rotation. You see some of those darker pockets in there, but overall, there's nothing that would indicate we have a tornado threat from any of these storms over us right now. Meanwhile, off towards the west, we didn't see much of a threat with that cell coming out of Will County. It wasn't really very strongly rotating, but it was rotating in a small pocket, and there were a lot of confirmation that there was wall cloud with it, and that has carried through. But I think a lot of it's elevated right now. That's the good news. Elevated meaning it's up into the cloud, or maybe hanging from the cloud, but that doesn't mean it's going to come back down to the surface. And keep in mind, if you joined us for our earlier updates, we've got less instability the further east these storms go. So Porter County, LaPorte County, you stand the best chance of not seeing anything bad from this, whereas Lake County, Newton County, even Jasper County to a point, and Porter County, boy, you're right on the line right there in Valparaiso between the large amount of instability to your west and the lesser instability off towards the east. But again, we're going to keep an eye on some of these pockets. Here's one in particular. I'm going to pause this radar so we can see where it is right now. But you can see how it just gets kind of messy there with the wind. You get some stronger winds here, some stronger winds here, and then you get this little pocket where the wind's kind of calm. Those are the little areas that we need to watch because there could be just a little bit of an area of rotation here. And again, that shouldn't be scary at all because thunderstorms do rotate all the time. It's just a matter if that rotation gets strong enough to bring something down to the surface, which hopefully that doesn't happen. And, as the hours wear on, we should be getting away from that. But you can see two defined areas of rotation right there, just south of Hobart and getting into the Portage area, heading over towards South Haven. This is all now east of Maryville. Those are two areas that I would watch. And what we typically do is match them up with thunderstorms. And we know we do have heavy rain falling in that area as well. Here's another little pocket of rotation here. That's not really anything to write home about either. The two main areas of concern are these two spots right there. And again, it's nothing to warrant a warning right now, but it's definitely something we'll need to kind of be on high alert here as this crosses into areas of Porter County over the next 5 or 10 minutes. When you see these purple shaded areas here, that's just radar data that's bad. So it just means it didn't get a good reading of what's going on in the atmosphere in that location. All right, so that's the update we have right now. Again, I just want to let you know because I had to drive home, so I didn't have a whole lot of information to give you while I was driving. I'm a very safe driver. I think everyone would be happy with that. But I want to give you the latest information in terms of we have no tornado threat right now, but I'm going to continue to keep a really close eye on these cells as they continue to move east because our tornado threat is not zero over the next couple hours. These are still going to need to be watched. We have that atmosphere that's conducive to producing some rotating thunderstorms. So that's what I'll be watching. So we'll go live if we have to a little bit later on. Other than that, I'll just push some updates your way. That way everyone can go to sleep. You're not getting alerts on your phone, for stuff that you don't need to know. But off towards the west, again, there were funnel clouds reported. Earlier today, O'Hare was evacuated because they had a tornado warning just west of there. There was an actual rotating wall cloud. So it's been kind of a messy day with these storms. They're not these huge, robust thunderstorms. But as these continue to perhaps develop back towards the west, I don't think we're quite done yet with the showers and thunderstorms. All right. So we'll leave it at that right now. I don't know if my internet is fast enough here at home I usually have fast internet, but I'm so far away from the router right now that I just feel like something's not right. It's a little bit slow and my radar already crashed once. So I don't know if I'm getting your comments real time or not. So I'd rather not bore you and answer comments from 5 minutes ago, but we'll keep you updated. Obviously, I'll post more if we need throughout the evening. Okay. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and stay safe.